Alright, back again. So the other day, I did a little poll on Facebook. Y'all seen my Dodge here and there in the videos and stuff. And I asked if y'all would like to see me working on my 40 Dodge in these videos. And so to my surprise, quite a few people said they want to see it. They really want to see it. They see it in the background. They want to see more of it. They want to see what it's about. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and add it to the channel. I work on it away from everything. I got the car back in November. And when I got the car, we went to California. We got the car, we brought it back, and I've done a lot of stuff to it since. But here in the past 2 months working on the race cars and stuff, I haven't really worked on it much at all. It's starting to get surface rust or flash rusting and stuff on it, so I really need to do something regardless. So that being said, here's the Duke. Like I said, it's a 1940 Dodge. It used to be a 4-door. It's been converted into a 3-window coupe. It was done by the Menges Twins out of Creston, California. Amazing people, amazing work. I mean, it's crazy like that they were able to do this. They came in and pretty much from here back, you can see where it starts. From here back, it's all handmade stuff. I mean, when we went up there and I saw their shop, all their tools, everything, I was freaking blown away. It was a 3,200 mile round trip to go get the car. Me and Pablo left to go get the car. We made a trip. We went to Vegas. We went to Grand Canyon. We did all kinds of stuff with this car and the trailer on the way back. Our wives and my daughter flew into Vegas, met us there. They road trip back with us. So the car, it has a special place. I mean, we were able to make something real cool out of it. They had it set up with a 331 Hemi. I put in a 330 DeSoto Hemi, and I put a hot head Hemi adapter plate to a Ford T5 transmission. It has a 10-bolt Chevy rear end, and it has a 71 or 72 Camaro front clip on it. So it has disc brakes and all that jazz and stuff in there. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start working on this again. The first thing I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna finish out some of the body work and get it sanded down and get some primer on it, because the flash rusting is getting pretty bad. Especially like when I got the car, it had no floors, no nothing in it. So when I did that, sitting in there, we got a ton of rain a month or two ago, and the humidity was insane, so it flash rusted the whole inside of the floors, all the floors I put in there. But the thing is, I still got to pull the floors out because I haven't put any bead rolling and stuff in. I have a lot of reinforcement in the floor, just like when I did on the Model A. I don't know, it just makes me feel better. So I did that, and I need to go underneath, mark it, and then pull it out and bead roll it and plug weld it back to the floor. So it's enough of me yapping. I'm gonna show you some more of the car. So 330 DeSoto Hemi. I have an MSD Atomic EFI for the car already. Like I said, it has a 4T5 transmission. Supposedly this was a running engine, so we'll just put some fuel to it, fire it up. If it smokes like crazy, I'll pull it out and I'll rebuild it. It ain't no big deal. I really, one of those things, it don't bother me. I'll give it a try. I have the radiator for it. One thing I probably didn't mention was the car is on full hydraulics. So it's on hydraulics all the way around. But I'm not running 4 batteries or nothing where the car hops or anything like that. It's gonna be probably 1 battery, 2 at the most, just enough to make it go up and down, cycle decently, so I don't have any problems with it just being real slow going up and down. And it's just gonna have 1 dump for the front, 1 dump for the rear, so it's not gonna have 4 individual dumps or anything like that, nothing crazy. So the car lays frame, like it literally lays all the way down. The only problem right now is the tires I have on it, they're too big, so the tires hit the fender on the rear, so it doesn't let the rear all the way down in the front. It goes all the way down, but the tire height itself makes it where it doesn't let the it stops the travel before the car lays down because the tire height from center. So I have the steering's done on it. I built the floor, I blanked out the dash, all that stuff. So I'll show you some more of that. So on the inside, I have a steering column to, I want to say it was I got it off Marketplace actually. I got it, I want to say it's to a 72 Camaro, which matched up to the steering and stuff. It's an I Did It column. I got the gas pedal in here. It's all done. Got the brake, clutch. The center console and stuff's out of a Mustang, and I had to build all that. See all this? This is all that flash rusting I was talking about. It's crazy. I don't know what on earth. All the humidity. This is the factory dash. I came in and I blanked it out, did all that stuff. I have some gauges and stuff I might try using. I don't know yet. So I got that, and then like I said, I got the brakes and stuff in there. If you look down there, there's the brake master cylinder, and there's for my hydraulic clutch. So everything's hidden down low. I wanted to make it where it's hot, guys, just throwing that out there. I wanted to make it where it was still accessible, but it wasn't an eyesore. You didn't just see it out in the middle of nowhere. And I didn't want it all up top and everything where you open the hood and that's all you see is a master cylinder hanging off the firewall and stuff. I didn't want that. It wasn't what I wanted. So, oh, and also on the front, it has these hideaway headlights. As of right now, they're not gonna work because a lot has to do with the tire height that's in there. So when the car is up, they function, they'll cycle, it's no big deal. But when you lay the car out, the way the hinge moves around, it hits the tire. So I want to go with a smaller tire. I believe these are like a 675 bias ply. I want to go with like a 550, something like that. Really cut down on the height, and maybe it'll work. Because I mean, it's cool. I like to use it, but as of right now, not gonna work. So moving on to the rear of the car. So over here in the rear of the car, I put in a 22-gallon tank from Tanks Inc. I want to say it was to I want to say it was Mercury Cougar. Man, if anybody's interested, they want to try to use that style tank, I can find the part number. Came with the pump, everything. It's all in tank EFI stuff. So I mean, like I said, the car is going to be EFI, so I wanted to make it that way. But what I did, if you look, this is going to be the trunk height right here. So I made it inset, so it's going to have a deck that goes over the top of the trunk, and the filler neck's going to come up through right there. That way I can still put stuff up here. The hydraulic pumps are going to go there, and I'll make a tray. You want to have a tray just in case you have any kind of leaks, kind of like a hot water heater type thing. So I'm going to have a tray underneath it there. And then right here in the front, it's going to have a little dip down, so I can have my latch and all that stuff for the trunk itself. But yeah, the reason why I went with such a big fuel tank is because we have talked about driving this car back to California. Yes, I understand that's kind of one of those things where it's like, man, that's quite the haul. But I mean, what else do you build cars for? You need to drive them. So that's our plan. We want to drive this car. I do. I know for a fact I do. I want to drive the crap out of it. But stuff's been going on, so I haven't really been working on it lately. I need to. I have a ton of parts for it. I have the wiring harness for it. Like I said, I have the EFI system. I have the clutch set up, rear ends in it. I mean, I have a lot of stuff for this car. I have all the door latches, the slam latches. Oh, I gotta build reinforcements and stuff for the door and everything. So they're kind of gutted. You can see where they extended the doors. You can see where it'll splice here. I still gotta come in and do some welding, and you can see it on that side. And I just need to get all this flash rusting out of here. It's crazy. I've never had a car do this. I don't know what the deal is. So I mean, I've built a bunch of cars and I never had it do what this one did. So I don't know if all this recent humidity, it was higher than normal and it made it happen. But I hope everybody is excited to see this on the channel as I am. I mean, I love this car. I do. I really do. And yeah, we got a ton of work to do to this one. So I mean, it's not gonna be an every week probably type thing. I tried making a promise to myself. I'll work on the car for like 2 hours once a week and stuff like that, and I haven't held up to the end of my deal to myself. But I really need to. I need to get it in primer. So more likely that'll be the next goal, is getting it into primer, doing that. But I just love this car. Even with the trunk open and everything else, it's just a wicked looking car. It's got such a wild chop and stuff on it. And like I said, the Menges twins out of Creston, California, they're the ones who started this project. They built another Dodge. It was already a coupe, and that car has been all over, done everything. I want to say it won, I think it was like the Winfield Choice. I want to say, I can't remember what the award was, but it was a top 5 out of the United States, or it might have been top 8. But it's crazy. And I saw this car in a picture in the background, and I instantly messaged them. I was like, I gotta have that car, I gotta have it. They're like, well, at first it wasn't for sale, and then once I started talking to them stuff, they decided that they would actually sell me the car, and they've actually become real good friends of mine. And even after I bought the car, they sent me these skirts to put on the car. They came off of their Mercury, and they sent me the outer rim and everything for it and sent it to me and everything. So even though they're 1,700 miles away, they're still helping. I mean, you can't, that's what I love about cars. You meet people like that and they're willing to help you. Even though they're all the way in California, I'm all the way in Texas. But I mean, that's what building cars is about, helping people. And just looking at these beautiful things. Like, I mean, God, look at that car. But yeah, so get ready. We're gonna bring the Duke to the channel, so if you're excited to see it, let us know. Drop it down below. I mean, I'm excited. So like I said, there it is. Until next time.